Good morning, good evening, or good afternoon, my dear students. Today, again, with another exam, October-November 23, Variant 2, the latest exam, Paper 2. And now, let's start with our first question in this exam. Question 1. Write 24.07839 correct to do decimal places. To write it as two decimal places, we have to pick the first two decimals. The answer will be 24.07 or 24.08. So the answer is 24.08. Correct to the nearest 10. To the nearest 10 means we need one digit, 20 or 30. So the answer will be 20. Question 2. Write down the number that is 9 greater than negative 23. 9 greater than negative 23. That means negative 23 plus 9 is equal to negative 14. Negative 14 is greater than negative 23 by 9. Question 3. V equal U plus AT. Find the value of V when U equal 30, A equal negative 2, T equals 7. V equal U equals 30 plus A negative 2 times T times 7. Using your calculator, 30 minus 14 is equal to 16. Thank you. Question 4. Change 62 thousandths millimeter into kilometer. From millimeter to kilometer, 62 thousand divided. From millimeter to meter divided 100. And from meter to kilometer divided 1000. That means we have to divide by 100,000. 1 million, sorry. From millimeter to meter divided 1000, and then by kilometer divided 1000 again, it will be 1 million. 1 million means to move the decimal point 6 steps to the left. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and the point will be here, so the answer will be 0.062. Question 5. Question 5. Find the value of x. To find the value of x, measure this angle is 50 because vertically opposite angles with this one. So the alternate angle says this is 114. This angle should be 114. Alternate angles. To find the value of x, 114 minus 50 is equal to 114 minus 50 is equal to 64. Question 6a. Explain why 111 is not a prime number. Because 111 is divisible by 3. 111 can be divisible by 3. Let's try it on your calculator. 111 divided by 3 is equal to 37. And the prime number has only two factors, 1 and itself. So 111 is not a prime number because it has another two factors, 3 and 37. Thank you. Question B. Find the prime number between 110 and 120. The prime numbers between 110 and 120, we have to pick the odd numbers. The even numbers will never be a prime numbers because they are divisible by 2. 111, 113, 115, 117, 119. And then we have to cross the numbers that has factors. 111 is not a prime number. We explained it in part 6a. 115 is not a prime number because it is divisible by 5. 117 is not a prime number because it is divisible by 3 also. Now we have to choose between 113 and 119. 113 and 119, to know which of them is a prime number, we will have to divide by 7 as a factor. 113 is not divisible by 7. 119 divided by 7 equal 17. So 119 is not a prime number because it is divisible by 7. The only prime number between 110 and 120 is 113. Question 7. Find the bearing of Q from P. After the word from, the letter P. So we have to move from north clockwise till we find the line joining the 2 points QP. This is the wanted angles that we need to find. To find this angle, we have to draw this line here. If we join the north with east here, the angle will be 90 degree. 90 degree, 39 degree, we can find the third angle in this triangle. 180 minus 90 plus 39 equal, it will be 51. So the bearing will be 180, the measure of this straight angle, plus 51. 180 plus 51, and the answer will be 231. Never forget that the bearing should be written in 3 significant figures. Question 8. Without using calculator, it means you have to show me all the steps. Use the calculator as you like, but you have to show me the steps of your answers. We have to find the improper fraction. We can solve it with this mixed number. To find the improper fraction, we multiply 3 times 8 plus 1, means 25 over 8, minus 1 times 4 plus 3, it means 7 over 4. We have to find the common denominator here. We can multiply the next fraction by 2, 25 over 8 minus 14 over 8. 25 minus 14 is equal to 11 over 8. We have to write it as a mixed number. Never forget that, or you will lose 1 mark. 11 over 8 will be equal 1, and 3 over 8. You can do it simply using your calculator. 11 over 8 is equal to shift as D to write it as a mixed number, 1 and 3 over 8. Okay. Question 9. Write 90 as a product of its prime factors. 90 is divisible by 3. 90 divided by 3 is equal to 30. Divided by 3 equal 10. Divided by 2 is equal to 5. Divided by 5 is equal to 1. So 90 is equal to 3 times 3 times 2 times 5. And this is the answer. Question 10. Expand and simplify. We have to expand this bracket. 2 times t is equal to 2t plus 2w plus 3w minus 3t. Now we have to collect the like terms. 2w plus 3w is equal to 5w. 2t minus 3t is equal to negative t. 5w minus t. Question 11. The two shapes are mathematically similar. Find the value of h. If they are similar, so we can do the cross multiplication. 9 over the corresponding side is 5 is equal to, the first height is 6.3 over the corresponding height h. We can simply find the value of h. 6.3 times 5 divided 9 is equal to 3.5. The area of the smaller shape is 16. Calculate the area of the larger shape. The ratio between areas is the square of the ratio between the two sides. So 9 over 5 all to the power 2 is equal to area 1 of the bigger shape that I don't know, and the area of the smaller shape is 16. By doing simple cross multiplication, we can find the second area. 9 power 2 times 16 divided by 5 power 2 is equal to 51.84. Question 12. The diagram shows speed time graph for the first 16 minutes of a car journey. Find the deceleration of the car at the final 4 seconds. To find the deceleration of the car, we have to find the gradient at the last 4 seconds. This point will be 12 and 10, and this point is 16, 0. Then the deceleration of the car, the gradient, equal 0 minus 10 over 16 minus 12, which is equal to 0 minus 10 over 16 minus 12, which is equal to negative 5 over 2, negative 2.5 meter per second square. Find the total distance traveled during the 16 seconds. The total distance means to find the area under the graph. The area under the graph, this shape is a trapezoid. To find the area under the graph, we have to find the area of this trapezoid. The area of trapezoid equal base 1 plus base 2 over 2 times height. Base 1 is equal to 16 plus base 2 is equal to 12 divided by 2 times height, and the height is 10. Using your calculator, 16 plus 12 over 2 times 10 equal 140 meter. This is question 12. Question 13. 13a, find the value of p, 3 power 3p times 3 power 2p. When multiplying, we add powers. So 3 power 5p is equal to 729. 729 by using try and error. 3 power 7. No. 3 power 5. No. 3 power 6. Yes. 729 is equal to 3 power 6. 3 power 5p is equal to 3 power 6. Then the base is equal to the base. Then the power is equal to the power. 5p is equal to 6. Then p is equal to 6 over 5. That means p equal 1.2. Simplify. When simplify, we will distribute the power on all terms in the brackets. 32 power 1 over 5 times x power 10 times 1 over 5. 32 power 1 over 5 using your calculator, it will be 2 x power 10 times 1 over 5. Multiplying the two powers will give you x to the power 2. So the answer is 3x to the power 2. Question 14. Rearrange the formula to make w subject. يعني عندي 2w squared minus x equals y. النيجاتيف x هيروح الناحية التانية بالبلس، يبقى 2w squared equal y plus x. يبقى w squared equal 1 plus x over 2. w equal square root y plus x over 2. Positive or negative optional، ممكن تكتبها ممكن. طيب. Question 15. On the Venn diagram, shade the region P union Q dash. P Now we are shading P union Q dash. Q dash means the outside Q. Q dash. Q dash. All the port outside Q. Q dash. dash. P union Q dash. And this is the port P union Q dash. Question B in 15, part B. N of U, the universal set, is equal to 20. N of A union B dash equal 1. N of A equal 12. N of B equals 10. N of A union B dash is equal to 1, then we will write the 1 here. The rest of the 20 is 19. N of A plus N of B is equal to 12 plus 10 equals 22, which is not logic. So the number of elements in the two sets A and B should be 19. And we have one element outside. The total will be 20 as he said. So we have 3 more elements inside A union B. This is the intersection port. So the intersection port is 3. The rest in A will be 9. So the total in the set A will be 12 as he said. N of B, yes, I can hear you saying that. We have 7 elements here. We have to be sure that we are doing the right thing. So we will add all elements to be sure that the total will be 20. 7 plus 3 plus 9 plus 1 will be equal to 20. So we are right. Question 16. Find the lowest common multiple of 12x power 8 and 8x power 12. To find the lowest common multiple of 12 and 8, 12 8 divided by 2, 6 4 divided by 2, 3 2. The lowest common multiple, we have to multiply all these numbers. 2 times 2 times 2 times 3. 2 times 2 4 times 2 8 times 3 24. X power 8 and x power 12, the result is x power 12. He needs the lowest common multiple. The lowest common multiple. Both can be divisible by 24x to the power 12. And be careful, he is asking for the lowest common multiple. This question, I see this question for the first time in these exams. He is always asking for the highest common factor. So we have to take care when solving this problem, because for the first time ever he is asking for the lowest common multiple. Question 17a. Find angle ACB. Measure angle ACB is an inscribed angle. It is half the measure of angle O. Because O is a central angle, we have to measure angle O to find measure angle C. Since in OB and OA are 2 radii, so this triangle is isosceles triangle. To find the measure angle O, we have to subtract 180 minus 28 plus 28. Using your calculator, 180 minus 28 plus 28 will be 124. Measure angle O equal 124. Measure angle O 124. Measure angle C equal 124 divided by 2, and this gives you 62 degrees. Part B. Find the measure angle RPQ. RPQ. He needs to know the measure of this angle. 2 marks question. We know that angle Q is an angle of tangency. Angle Q is an angle of tangency. The measure of angle of tangency is equal to, Q is an inscribed angle, is equal to measure angle RPT, which is the measure of angle of tangency. Angle Q is inscribed angle. Angle P is angle of tangency. The inscribed angle is equal to the angle of tangency if they are suspended by the same arc, subtended by the same arc, RP. So measure angle Q will be 47 in the triangle RPQ, we can find the measure angle RPQ, which is equal to 180 minus 52 plus 47. 180 minus 99 is equal to 81. Measure angle RPQ is equal to 81. Question 18. A solid cylinder has a radius 5 cm and the height 8 cm. Calculate the total surface area of the cylinder. The total surface area of the cylinder has a rule 2 pi r h plus 2 pi r squared. 2 times pi times the length of the radius, which is 5 cm, times the height, which is 8 cm, plus 2 times pi times the radius per 2, 5 per 2. Using your calculator, you can find that 40 times 2 equal 80 pi and 25 times 2 equal 50 pi. So the answer is 130 pi. If you need to write it at 3 significant figures, you have to write 130 pi in your calculator. And then it will be 408.4 centimeter square. Question 19. Find the nth term of each sequence. We need to find the nth term. To find the nth term, you have to subtract the first term from the second term to check if it is a quadratic sequence or a linear sequence. 8 minus 11 is equal to negative 3, 5 minus 8 negative 3, 2 minus 5 negative 3, negative 1 minus 2 is equal to negative 3. This sequence is linear sequence. Its rule is the common difference dn plus a minus d. A is the first term and d is the common difference. So the answer will be 11 negative 3 n plus 11 minus minus 3, which means 14. dn plus a minus d. This is the rule of this sequence. The other sequence, we can see that the other sequence is a geometric sequence. The geometric sequence 1, 5, 25, 125, 625 and so on. 1 is n. A, the rule of the geometric sequence is an nth term is equal to a r power n minus 1. A r power n minus 1. This is the rule of the geometric sequence. This sequence is a geometric sequence because we can see that 25 is 5 power 2, 125 is 5 power 3, 625 is 5 power 4 and so on. A is equal to 1, and when we divide the second term by the first term, divide 5 divided 1 is 5, 25 divided 5 is 5, 125 divided by 25 is 5, 625 divided by 125 is also 5. So r is equal 5, the common ratio. Then the nth term is equal to a is equal to 1, 5 power n minus 1. So the answer is 5 power n minus 1. Question 20. We all know that the area of rectangle is equal to length times width. Area of rectangle is equal to length times width. We need to find its width. The width of the rectangle is equal to area over length. The width of the rectangle is equal to area over length. The area of rectangle is 55.2 centimeters square, correct to 1 decimal place. 1 decimal place divided by 2, it means 0.05. 1 decimal place means 0.1 divided by 2, it will be 0.05. So the area of the rectangle has upper bound and lower bound, both are between 55.2 minus 0.05 and plus 0.05. The lower bound of the area will be 55.15 and the upper bound is 55.25. The length of the rectangle is 9 cm, correct to the nearest centimeter. To the nearest centimeter, it means 1 centimeter divided by 2, it will be 0.5. So the 9 centimeter will be between minus 0.5 and plus 0.5. 8.5 is the lower bound of the length and the upper bound is 9.5. To find its width, the width equal area over length. This means we need the upper bound of the width. We need the width to be the maximum value. To find the maximum value of the width, we have to choose area as bigger as we can, which is 55.25, and to choose the length smaller as we can, which is 8.5. 55.25 divided by 8.5, and the answer will be 6.5. Question 21. The line y equal x plus 1 and y equal x squared plus x minus 3 are 2 points. Find the coordinate of the 2 points. To solve this problem, we have to use simultaneous equations. First with second degree, y equal x plus 1 and y is equal to x squared plus x minus 3. So x squared plus x minus 3 is equal to x plus 1. Now x squared plus x minus 3 minus x minus 1 is equal to 0. X minus x will be cancelled. X squared minus 4 is equal 0. X squared equal 4. X is equal to positive or negative 2. We have two values for x, 2 and negative 2. Now we have to find the value of y. We will have the value of y from the first equation. Y is equal to 2 plus 1 by substituting x by 2. So the first value of y is 3. And the second value of y when x equal negative 2, negative 2 plus 1 is equal to negative 1. We have two answers, 2, 3 and negative 2 and negative 1. Question 22. X is inversely proportional to the square root of w. X inversely proportional to the square root of w. يعني x equal k over root w. X equal dots over root w. We have to find the value of k. To find the value of k, he has to give you the value of x and the value of w. W equals 16 when x equal 3. X equal 3. W is equal to 16 root 16. K equal 12. So the relation between x and w is x equal 12 over root w. Question 23. Question 23. Some students recorded their reaction times. The table shows the results. T between 0 and 6, T between 6 and 10, frequency 18 and 16. On a histogram, the height of the block is 7.5. Calculate the height of the block for the second interval. Now we have to understand the histogram. I will draw another table. One, two, 3, and 4. Sets, frequency, density, and height. We all know that the rule of the frequency density is equal to the frequency over الclass width. Frequency over الclass width. Sets T between 0 and 6. And the second set is T between 6 and 10. الكلاس width هنا هيبقى 6 والكلاس width هنا هيبقى 4. From 0 to 6 the class width is 6. Between 6 and 10 the class width will be 4. Frequency 18 and 16. Frequency density equal الفrequency over الclass width. It means the frequency density is equal to 18 over 6, which is equal to 3. And the frequency density here is 16. Frequency is 16 over the frequency density, which is 4, which is equal to 4. The interval height between 0 and 6 is 7.5. He needs to know the height of the second interval. The height of the second interval, all you have to do is to do the cross multiplication. 7.5 times 4 divided 3. 7.5 times 4 divided by 3, which is equal to 10. Thank you. Question 24, simplify. 4 terms meaning grouping, factorizing by grouping. We will rewrite the equation ax minus x minus 2a plus 2 over a squared minus 1. Let's factorize. From the first bracket, from the first two terms, we will pick x as a common factor, a minus 1. From the second two terms, negative 2 is a common factor, and the resultant bracket is a minus 1. The denominator is a difference between two squares, a minus 1 and a plus 1. From the numerator, a minus 1 is a common factor, x minus 2 and a minus 1, a plus 1. As you can see, a minus 1 is a common factor. It is repeated in both terms. So now we can cancel a minus 1 with a minus 1, and the final result is x minus 2 over a plus 1. Question 25. The derivative of 2ax power 7, 3x power k is 42x power 6, 15x power k minus 1. We all know that the rule of derivative, if a x power n, then if y equal ax power n, then dy by dx is equal to a n x power n minus 1. By applying this rule on this problem, we can see that 2ax power 7 transformed into 42x power 6. 7 times 2 is equal to 14. 7 times 2a must be equal to 42. 7 times 2 is equal to 14. 14a is equal to 42. Then the value of a will be 42 divided by 14, which is equal to 3. So the value of a is 3. 3x power k transform it into 15. So the power x must be 5. The power k must be 5. Then k is equal to 5 to give you 3. K is equal to 15. So the value of k will be 15 divided by 3, which is 5. Thank you. The next question and the last question in this exam, a vector question. The diagrams show a parallelogram. Since this figure is a parallelogram, so before reading the question, if OP is equal to A, then TQ is equal to A. And if OT is equal to B, then PQ is also equal to B. the vector B. K is on PQ, so that PK ratio KQ is equal to 3 ratio 1. 3 ratio 1. So PK is equal to 3 over 4 B, and KQ is equal to 1 over 4 B. The ratio is 3 ratio 1. 3 ratio 1. 3 over 4 B and 1 over 4 B. Find the position vector of X in terms of A and B. Position vector of X, it means he needs to know OX. OX. He needs to know OX. To find the value of OX, we have different methods to find the value of OX. Let us discuss one. OX is equal to OT plus TX. OT plus TX. We can say that OT plus TQ plus QX. OT is equal to B, TQ is equal to A, and we have a problem here, we don't have QX. How to find QX? Now you have to concentrate with me. To find QX, you have to know that these two triangles are similar. The triangle KOX and the triangle OPK. These two triangles are similar. If these two triangles are similar, they all must have the same ratio. The ratio between PK and the KQ is 3 ratio 1. Then the ratio between OP and the QX should be 3 ratio 1. To find QX, the ratio is 3 ratio 1. OP ratio QX should be 3 ratio 1. The value of OP is A. We have to find the value of QX, which is 1 over 3 A by doing cross multiplication. 1 times A over 3, 1 over 3A, so QX is equal to 1 over 3A. Now we can write QX as 1 over 3A, so the length of OX in terms of A and B will be B, plus when adding like terms 1A plus 1 over 3A will be 4 over 3A, and this is a final answer, B plus 4 over 3A. A very famous question to find the vector OX. It has different solutions. We pick the most easiest one from my view. OX is equal to OT plus TX. OT is equal to B. TX can be divided into two parts, TQ, which is equal to A, and QX. To find the value of QX, you have to know that these two triangles are similar. The two triangles are similar because all angles in the smaller triangle are equal to the corresponding angles in the bigger triangle. If the angles are equal, the corresponding angles are equal, then the two triangles are similar. And if the two triangles are similar, then they will have the same ratio. The ratio between PK and KQ is equal to 3 to 1, so the ratio between OP and QX is also 3 to 1. So we can find the value of QX in terms of A by doing cross multiplication, a simple cross multiplication. And when doing so, now we have QX, and if you have QX, you can find OX. Thank you. This is the last question in this paper, paper 2, October, November 22. I hope you can revise your answers. I hope I explained the questions well. Please follow and subscribe, and thank you.